So it's really exciting for me. This is kind of what Govhack's about. It's about bringing people together, not only Tasmanians who are here, but also Tasmanians who have moved away but still choose to participate in this event. All right, that's the boring stuff. That's the introduction. What I'd like to do now is invite Minister Ferguson to come up the front and join me. And we're going to run through the prizes. So the prizes for Govhack are all sponsored by, judged by and presented by our sponsors. So we give away a lot of cash prizes this evening. I'll let people know basically what the prize is for, and then I will ask the judge or the person representing the judges to come up and present the certificate. People who are in the room tonight, with kind of very few exceptions, pretty much don't know that they're getting prizes. So this will be a surprise for them as much as it is for anyone else. So there's one more thing that I need to do before I bring Minister Ferguson on. And this is something that we like to do at Govhack every year. A few years ago, we lost a wonderful man, a guy called Frank Sainsbury. And he was actually the Spirit of Govhack prize winner at the very first Govhack that we ran in Tasmania. Wonderful bloke. In fact, we got to the next Govhack and we desperately wanted to give him the Spirit of Govhack prize again, but we realised that he wouldn't want us to do that, and so we picked someone else instead. And he was just that kind of guy. All over the country, we give away a Spirit of Govhack prize in each location. So we've got 2 winners that have already been announced, and this was announced on the nights of the event. We've got Peter Wallhead in Hobart, who is joining us on the video conference. Give Peter a wave. Yeah, give him a clap. Go on. And then we've got Dan Wild in Launceston, who couldn't join us this evening, but a number of his team members are here tonight, so we'll give him a clap as well. Now, the Spirit of Govhack prize involves 2 things. There's a $250 cash prize, and then there's also a trip to the national awards, which this year are happening in Brisbane. So we send the Spirit of Govhack prize winners to the Red Carpet Awards in Brisbane. But something that we've decided to do this year, and I'm hoping it becomes a fixture in Govhack, is we're actually doubling the Spirit of Govhack cash prize in honour of Frank, as just a great Tasmanian who was a really special part of this event. And so the Spirit of Govhack prize winners will not just be getting $250, they'll be getting $500 to spend on whatever they choose to spend it on. So let's give the Spirit of Govhack guys another round of applause. And now I'll invite Michael to come up, and if you would like to say a few words about state government's support of this event, and then we've got a few prizes to present.
Thanks, James. Well, I'll keep it really brief. It's great to be here, and it's awesome that the Govhack Awards are finally in Launceston. I think that's very, very satisfying. Thanks to everybody for being in as well. This has been a great statewide collaboration, and it's fabulous to be here at Enterprize and linked between Enterprise, Launceston and Hobart. I just want to thank all of the sponsors, really that's what I want to say, for making it possible. The Tasmanian Government is just one of quite an impressive number now of sponsors who have made it possible. And I also want to thank the enablers, people like James, Gary and the team of Damien and Jason, and no doubt many others. And a special shout out to Lontel for the gigabit connection in Launceston and Hobart, in that order, which really made a big difference. And yeah, I know it made people's lives a lot better. Being able to zip up their video like in half a minute or less, and there was no competition actually because nobody was using the same half minute. I just think it's great, and congratulations to everybody for being involved. Whether you win or don't win an award tonight, you're all winners in my eyes. Can I just get a real quick indication, who was in it for the first time this year? Who participated for the first time? And that fills my heart with joy. That tells me that the competition will only get better in future years, and long may it continue. As we broke more people into this exciting event. I've had a quick look at some of the finalists, very impressed, and it's an honour to be here, James, to help present the awards tonight. So, what's next?
What's next? Yeah. So, we've got Damien over the side there. He's got the certificates. He knows all the answers. He knows everything. So the first award that we need to do is the most outstanding Tasmanian benefit. So, bring that forward, and we'll let people know who won it.
Do I have to do it?
No.
Oh, I've looked at this. This was very impressive. So congratulations to Tas Pass.
All right.
Congratulations, that's a great award.
All right, awesome. Now I'll mention what the cash value of these prizes are as we go. So that one is a $1,000 cash prize, and those of you who win the prizes will basically be getting in contact with you over the next couple of weeks to organise where we're going to send the cheques. We're very quick off the mark in Tasmania. We're the first state awards event. They didn't have the chequebook ready, so we'll mail them out the old-fashioned way. Yeah, do it in Bitcoin over the gigabit internet, right? All right, so TasPast is the winner of the most outstanding Tasmanian benefit. Most commercial potential is another $1,000 prize.
Oh, I looked at this as well. This is good. So the most commercial potential award goes to Know Your Place.
All right. Looks like we don't have a rep for that team, so it's Know Your Place for people on the video. So we'll just put that certificate to the side. Now, I think, Ross, we were going to invite you up to talk about the next prize. So this is a new one for this year, the best use of Tasmanian heritage data.
Thank you. So, first time I've done this award, and thank you, Minister, for the cash contribution that made this one possible. When you put an award out for the first time, you're not quite sure what you're going to get, what you're going to see, but we've got about 6 or 7 entries in this category. And the best part about it was I had to really put a bit of time and effort into working out which one was our winner. And the one that I really liked was the one that actually brought as many of the data sets together to take our state archives in the digital age, if you know what I mean. Because we've got these amazing collections of paper, analogue type records, but by digitising and indexing, we get them out. But you guys add the value. Because by just being really clever with the data and looking at the connections and pulling it together, fantastic stuff, so well done to everyone in the category. I've got to wrap my tongue around the award winner here. The product is Death Who, which did link a lot of the data sets together and really tells a lot about our colonial past. And it's the feloniously
Stealing hands.
stealing hams. Yeah.
All right, so that's our crew at RMIT. The best use of heritage data. So we'll get the certificate to them. Okay. This is what happens when you run something in Launceston. You know, everyone shows up except the people who won stuff. All right, so that actually brings us, I think, if my memory is correct, to our first video for this evening. So we're going to watch the team feloniously receiving hams' video about Death Who.
Death Who is a multiplayer card game where players work both with and against each other to complete milestones from colonial citizens' lives, aiming ultimately to bring about their death.
As we started work and explored the datasets, we found a huge array of data on lives in early colonial Tasmania capable of telling all manner of rich stories about people. But it wasn't the most compelling or accessible formats.
We prototyped, sketched, prototyped again, and arrived upon the idea of Death Who.
Death Who is a fun and lightly competitive way to learn about ways of life in early Tasmania.
Our primary datasets are from the linked Tasmanian Names database, including inquests, court proceedings, bankruptcies, marriages, births, deaths, immigration, health records, convicts, and the census.
Death Who is a cross-platform game written using C# and Unity, with a backend written in Go, hosted on Google Compute Engine, and a final stage data layer powered by React. To play, each player begins with a small assortment of people who actually lived here sometime in the early 1800s to 1900s, and a hand of cards from the deck.
Let's see. Who do I have? Let's see. McDonald's visitation by God.
Each turn, a player will play a card to trigger either a life event or a type of death, affecting both their people and those of their opponents.
I've immigrated. 10 people's life events. Bam!
To earn the most points, the player must complete each of their citizens' required life actions before they are killed.
A premature death will leave their story incomplete and leave less points for that person. But while the person still alive at the end of the 10 rounds earns no. Life events range from the cheerful births, migrations and marriages incarceration and transportation for citizens who
Yeah,
have
well, it
criminal
wasn't good, however, favored the strange, with reports ranging from visitation from God and crushed by treaty to the strangely common death by misadventure, highlighting the true dangers of our homeland just a century ago.
This is made more personal at the end of the game, when the statistics are brought together into a display of a more in-depth personal profiles and stories of the people you were assigned. This game exploits the fact that historical data traditionally has a very high barrier to entry, while games have a very low barrier. The game is based around storytelling, the mechanics reinforce the storytelling, and the stories are created from the data itself. Storytelling has been shown to improve memory and engagement with the topic. We decided to focus on the abundance of data sets from early European Tasmania as a showcase for this idea. See our website for more information.
Visitation comes up unfilling, okay?
Our team is an eclectic mix of computing students, a law student, game developers, a webcomic author, web developers, an electrical engineer, and far too many doctors.
Alright, awesome. And I would encourage you, if you haven't looked at any of these projects, you can go to govhack.org and you can kind of search through the projects and look at the Tasmanian ones. I'm going to be able to show 3 or 4 videos tonight, but I mean, there's heaps of great stuff there. So that's a $500 prize, so it was really great to have that prize available this year. And thank you, Michael and Ross, for presenting those. Let's give state government a clap because... Alright, now I believe our rep from the ACS might be running a bit late. Is Jackie here yet? No? Alright. We might wait until she gets here, but we'll move past these. I need everyone to close your eyes. I'm not actually joking. I need you to close your eyes. Right, we're going to boop, 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 boop. Alright, we're going to keep moving. So, I don't think we've got a rep from the Launceston City Council this evening either, but I might get Damien to be the person who calls out this one. So, the Hobart City Council and the Launceston City Council sponsor a prize for the best use of local government data. And that's another, a little bit like the Heritage Prize, it's a very popular category and we get lots of really cool projects coming out of it. Damien, would you mind letting us know who has won the local council prize this year?
So it's another Hobart team, but it's Sian?
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 I see. I believe that's Peter's team. Is that your team, Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Well, a round of applause. Peter's team. So that one's another $1,000 prize. So I'm sure that will go quite well split between those teams. Jackie, your timing is really close to perfect, but not quite perfect. Would you like to come up front?
This is called just in time.
Yeah. Okay.
Agile.
So I might actually play a video. We'll quickly brief Jackie, and then you'll be good to go. So this is another project that we liked. It didn't win, but we quite like this one for use of local government data as well.
Are you planning on going places you aren't familiar with? Maybe the local signage just isn't up to scratch. Have you ever been somewhere and you just really had to go? Does it take some local knowledge to figure out where you need to be? Do you get that only to discover? Closure and even heartbreak?
Brendan was rushing the editing a little bit.
Well, we are the party groupers. This team was founded at Govhack 2017 in Launceston. We have made use of the National Toilet Maps database in order to recreate a mobile-friendly version of the difficult-to-use existing government website shown on screen now. Going Places is the web application we have developed and shown on screen now in order to fix these usability problems. Our app, through the use of Google API, shows the user a familiar interface and allows them to receive key information about the public restrooms surrounding them.
does end bit actually go for?
20
seconds.
Don't fuck up. A bit? I don't know. We might keep moving. So, Jackie's joined us now from the ACS. So ACS was basically our second primary sponsor for this event alongside state government. So, we will now get Jackie to come forward. Jackie, if you'd like to say a few words about the ACS's support of this event, you're more than welcome to. And then we'll dive into presenting the prizes.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much, and I'm sorry to make such a dramatic entrance. I've been told I have to take lots of photographs, but I find it quite hard to do selfies. So when it comes to giving out the prizes, if any of you who happen to know my not you Taz email address, I'll tell you, can take some photographs, then that will be really good, because then I won't be in the poo doubly just for being late. ACS is very, very happy to sponsor events like these, which help grow the professional skills and expertise of the next and the next and the next generation of software developers. It's important that the society that has as one of its aims in its plan to build the capability and expertise of professional ICT people in Tasmania sponsors events such as these. And we're very pleased to be able to judge 2 criteria, one of which I'm about to give now in design excellence. I've had many a long argument, and some of you who are my past students, and it's lovely to see you here, will know about, does it matter if it doesn't work as long as it looks pretty? No, but if it works and people don't want to use it, then you might as well not have developed it. So the design interface is really important. And I can remember thinking, what's this stuff about presbyopia? Everybody can see orange on red. But I can tell you when you get to my age, you can't. And the fact that you can go whoosh with the screen on touch screens is really, really useful, more often than I care to admit. So when you look at things and you develop them, not only have they got to work, but they've got to work so that people want to use them. And I think this first prize that we're going to give shows that commitment to design that means the product is good to use and that people will use it, but it's also made a very sophisticated use of a lot of databases out there, and it's also incorporated educational theory, and so it was a clear winner from all our judges. So I'm very happy to present this prize on design excellence to Death Who.
All right, that's Melbourne again. So they're not here this evening, but they are on the screen, so you can wave the certificate at them if you like.
Aha, yes.
All right, nice one. So we'll do the next award now. So the next one is another new.
Oh yes, can I help?
It's not ideal, being honest.
So the next one is another new category, and this is one that I'm really excited to have in the mix. This one is for the best project by a team that was made up of 50% or more students. So we didn't really care whether it was university students or TAFE students or high school students or whatever. We just wanted for 50% of people to be studying. So, Jackie, if you wouldn't mind, you can tell us who the winner is for this one.
Okay, well the winner for this one was a clear winner from our judges. It was a really interesting project. I guess you guys will get to be able to play with these things. It's another example of, I suppose this is the youngest generation that's coming forward who've got another 50 years in the industry to keep on doing all sorts of things which we can't even imagine, which is why ACS is so proud to be encouraging you guys to do this kind of work and learn how to be professional in your job, and I guess that's what ACS does. So Urbania is by the Silver Monkeys. I suppose they're brown monkeys and gold monkeys, but no, these guys are Silver Monkeys, and they have won the prize, and I don't know.
All right, is there anyone from Urbania in here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Hobart, Melbourne, anyone down there? It's another certificate that will go on the pile.
Okay. Well, I guess the actual prize, the actual thing, if you've looked at it, is all about how you can find art other than at Mona in Hobart. Of course, we all know that art only happens in Hobart, doesn't it? And there can't possibly be art anywhere else that nobody knows about. Ha, okay. It was a very good project. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you very much, Jackie. And let's give ACS a round of applause. Okay, now I've got another video for us to look at. And so this is another Launceston team, I believe. And that is Dan, who can't be in the middle. That's Dan, who can't be with us tonight, who's our Spirit of Govhack Prize winner in Launceston as well. So let's have a quick look at this one. And then we'll start, we'll keep rolling through.
Raw data. And we're here at Govhack 2017 Enterprize in Launceston. We've created an application. Media storm. And the idea of it is to track celebrating in and around Tasmania and link those with feeds.
The Media Storm application shows a time-lapse of earthquake data in Australia over a period of 5 years. By using keywords and timestamps during those peaking tremors, we can cross-check Twitter users' tweets to analyse how people reacted and responded over the social media platform, whether they were panicking, reaching out, or providing help to those in need. The earthquake data comes from the Geoscience Australia Earthquakes database. We limited the data by when Twitter became popular in 2012 and tremors that exceeded a 4.5 magnitude. We picked this data because it was only recently added to Govhack's datasets, and we believed it would be a reasonable challenge with beneficial learning experiences.
Look at that Spirit of Govhack smile. Alrighty, so we've done local council data. We've done that video. Okay, next one, Stephen from Sense T. Can I get you to come up the front, please? So for the last few years now, we've had Sense T, which is part of UTAS, judge the best data visualization category. And that's a really interesting category as well, because it really comes to the heart of what Govhack is all about. So I'll hand over to Stephen. If you'd like to say a couple of words, feel free. Let Damien know when you need to send a certificate.
Thanks, James. Look, Sense T is very, very pleased to once again be a sponsor here with Govhack. Now, one of the criteria that's very, very important to us at Sense T is visualisations. That's what's a hallmark of what we do. So a team of 6 of us got together to look at all these different videos, and it was a tough race between 3 in particular. A little bit of a debate, but the winner is, and I think I'll face this way over here and say it's Deaf Who.
I do believe that's their last prize for tonight. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to kill the suspense completely, but I think Death Who might be done now. We'll see. But that's I mean, that was you guys saw the video. That was a great project, and they did some really interesting stuff, and it really got to the heart of what Govhack is all about. Taking these big, crazy, complicated data sets and making them fun and interesting and useful to people is really the essence of this event. Alright, we've got another video to look at. This one is a Hobart team, I think, so we'll watch this. And then we will move on to the next prize. Yeah, it's got a bit of doof going on. I'll just peel that back a little bit. There we go.
Digital Walking Tours is a web application that creates custom walking tours, highlighting points of interest within broad categories in the user's immediate area and creating a walking route between them. The system utilises open point of interest data from the Tasmanian Government's Land Information Service. and open urban art data from the Hobart City Council. We envisage this being useful to tourists and other short-term visitors who may wish to visit some of these points of interest, but would otherwise have no idea what interesting sites exist in close proximity to them.
If you find yourself in a new city, you don't know any of the sites to see, you can use our app. So fire it up. It loads up. You've got a little dot to see where you are, and you can hit start tour, and this will figure out all the places of interest nearby that you might want to see and automatically create a useful route. So as we're walking along, we can see all the places of interest. There's lots of different things to see, locations, museums, and as we walk, it will automatically pop out with the useful things we want to know about. And that's pretty much it.
Alrighty, there are two things that always strike me about Govhack. One is just the data that's out there that we don't know is out there. Who knew people were tracking all of these things, and it was all in a spreadsheet. The other thing is just how people manage to build these things in the space of a weekend. Like, it's really incredible what these teams can do. Now, who have we got from Tasmania? What was your...
Marcus. Yeah.
Marcus. All right, awesome. So I'll invite Marcus to come up. This is another one of my favourite awards. This one is the Encouragement Award. So this is intended for the team in Tasmania who probably overcame the most and probably struggled the most. And so it's the team that possibly because of all kinds of shenanigans might not be able to wind up winning any of the other prizes, but they learned a lot, they overcame some obstacles, they didn't give up, they submitted something in the end. We'll hand over to Marcus to hand over the Encouragement Award.
I understand it was also one of the younger. Data.
Data. Alright, come on, guys. Awesome. So this one's another $500 prize, I think. Nice work, Declan and Griffin. So the way this one is judged is basically the volunteers at the different locations make notes on the people who are kind of really having a good go. And here we've got Declan and Griffin. They're both in college. Neither of them has a heap of programming experience. They worked in a team of two without a lot of extra support, and they managed to complete an entire project, do their video, do the whole thing. So I think a lot of us were really impressed by their willingness to kind of take a big step and go outside their comfort zone and still get things done. All right, now I do believe we have one last video. So that's it for the prizes for this evening. Can I just ask everyone, let's give a round of applause to all of our winners tonight. And we're going to take a break in a moment and have a drink and have a chat. So I thought the most fitting way to end would be to show the video from our team, who is now a bunch of university students living in Melbourne. Let's see what they came up with over the Govhack weekend.
With all the horror stories of nights out gone wrong, pub crawls are a lot scarier than they used to be. What if the pubs are just not the ones you're after? What if they're closed on the day you want to go out? Or even worse, what if something happens while you're wandering around looking for the right pub? Well, I tell you what, I've got an application for you.
We're the team behind Pub Crawler, a new web app to help your group have a great and safe night out. We've used a variety of technology. We started with the pub data sourced from the City of Melbourne. It was cleaned up with duplicates removed and then imported into a DynamoDB table. We used API Gateway to interact with a set of Lambda functions written in Node.js. The code and configuration is deployed to the serverless platform Lambda. Other code is done in HTML using the Semantic UI framework, JavaScript using the React library, and version control on GitHub. We also used a .tech domain hosted on Route 53. We've used a dataset from the City of Melbourne of bars and pubs. This includes patron capacity, trading name, and location. Let's have a look at how PubCrawler works. After some initial sketches and a mock-up of Photoshop, this is the finished design. From this front page, you can see popular crawls or click through to build your own. You can search for any pubs in the Greater Melbourne area and add them to your custom pub crawl. You can then reorder any of the venues or remove them until your ideal crawl is complete. Then just hit create and click through to view and share your crawl. Again, we had some initial sketches for this page, leading to this finished product. From here, you can generate and share a link with your friends and have the crawl emailed to you so it can be accessed on the go. Now you're all ready to head out on your own pub crawl.
Oh wait, where is the pub? I'll check PubCrawler. It's just around the corner. Great!
All right, nice one. So, totaling up all of the prizes tonight, there's around $6,000 in cash prizes that we're able to give away, so that's wonderful. And Dante was our resident dog for the weekend, if anyone didn't get that joke. We're really grateful for our sponsors for making this event happen, but there are two other groups of people that are really important. Nobody gets paid to run Govhack. It kind of runs over heaps and heaps of volunteer hours. Lots of different people put in a lot of time. Craig Clark in Hobart looked after the Hobart event. Myself and a number of people looked after the Launceston event. There was a lot of kind of energy that went into that. Enterprize provided the venue free of charge, which is another awesome project that state government are supporting, so we were really grateful for that. That allowed us to substantially expand the event in Launceston this year. That was a really great change for us. But also, the competitors are absolutely crucial to this event, and I can see a lot of competitors from Govhack this year in the room today and on our video. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. Alrighty, so we're going to wrap the event up here. If you were one of the teams who's here at the moment who won something this evening, if you could come up the front, that would be great. We've got the examiner here. We'll do a few little bits for the media, but we'll also grab some photos for the sponsors if they would like them. Everyone else, I'm sure Damien will restock the drinks so that there are more drinks if you would like them. There hopefully is still some more food, so feel free to hang around if you like. We'd love to host you for a while longer. Thank you for coming along.